Hi, Matt Scalogli here with the Warner James Group, and I want to talk to you about the scale phase of your medical practice. Now, if you've come this far, hopefully you've had an opportunity to watch our video where we talk about moving your practice from the wilderness into the promised land and the 3 steps that have to happen in order to do that. And like all patients in your medical practice, you need to perform the right diagnosis. In other words, you need to ask them questions, you need to go through their medical history, you need to ask about the symptoms so that you can get the right diagnosis and prescribe the right solutions. That's what we're going to do here. So how do you know if you are in the scale phase or you're ready to scale? Well, most practices try to scale way too soon, way too fast. And what happens is they wind up back in this ugly survival mode. You probably know the practice, or maybe this is you. They have 3 practices and 3 locations, plus they have part of a surgery center, and none of it's making money. And they believe that if I just keep adding more and more things, what's going to happen is eventually I'm going to break through. Well, the breakthrough usually is a collapse, okay? I've seen this many, many times in lots and lots of businesses, including medical practices. So what are the symptoms to know that you are in the scale phase and you're ready to go? Well, here's our 3 rocks across the river. Over here on the other side of the survival side is the wilderness. Over here is the promised land. And you need to move from survival rock, this stability rocker phase, and then go to the scale phase. And how do you know that you're ready to scale? Well, first you have to have money, 4 to 6 months set aside in the bank. I remember one time we opened up our second practice and we had literally maybe a month in the bank. Well, that created some issues. Very quickly, we made some changes and we got ourselves into a place where we were having 4 months in the bank, which allowed us to open up our 3rd facility. Next, if you are taking insurance, and this applies whether you have insurance-based practice or cash-based practices. If you're taking insurance, do you have a $350 plus reimbursement rate that you're actually getting paid? Do you have ancillary services that are making money? Okay, so you have to have a core of who you are and what you stand for. It's only after you perfect that core and you have people coming in consistently that you start to add ancillary services. And we can show you how to add those ancillary services so that they pay for themselves so that you're not coming out of pocket for additional machines and or equipment. You must have systems in place, real systems, not systems up here, systems written down. This is how we knew that we were ready. At our medical practices is that we used to joke, even though I'm not a doctor, that the systems were so well defined that anybody, including me, could go do a pellet procedure or draw blood. Again, I would never do that because I'm not licensed, but that was the test point that I could actually physically do it because I am not a medical doctor, okay? But again, I wasn't doing it myself, so don't worry. And then last thing is you have to have, or do you have a PA or an LPN or a nurse practitioner who is on board? And then you're going to be able to spend more of your time on growing. Now, the last thing I want to tell you about scale phases, there's a couple different types of scale phases. Not all scale phases are based on you adding more locations. Some doctors are very happy with the size. They get to this place and they're very happy with the size of the practice. And what they want to do is they want to take more time off and increase their income. For them, that's scale. So it could be that you just want to have a single office, single practitioner, a PA or 2 that can handle the bulk of this. And then you're able to only have to come in, say, 20 hours a week, and you're making, your practice is doing $1.2 million, $1.5 million. You're bringing in $500,000 a year in profit. And for many people, that's the type of scale that they want. For others, they want to take that and they want to grow to 2 locations, 4 locations, and grow massively from there. Either way, that is scale. The symptoms are the same and the diagnosis and the protocol is generally the same, okay? So if you would like to discuss this further, what I ask you to do is click the button here. You're going to take a short questionnaire to determine what level you are actually on, and then you'll be given an opportunity to book a call with us, and we'll be more than happy to talk to you specifically about what phase you're in and a plan for you to get healthy. Thanks so much.